Everyone can rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, I'd like to thank everyone for attending the Egg Harbor City Council meeting for February 10th, 2022. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Egg Harbor City Common Council was provided in the following manner. Advance written notice of this meeting was posted on the Egg Harbor City Hall bulletin board. Advance written notice of this meeting was posted on the Egg Harbor City website. Advance written notice of this meeting was sent to the Hamilton Gazette, the News, Press, and the Current. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and social distancing requirements, the meeting is being conducted via Zoom and conference call. The meeting is also being recorded to air on the Egg Harbor City website and Channel 97. Have a roll call, please.
Mayor Petty will not be present tonight. Brown.
Here.
Dash.
Here.
Heist. Heist will not be present as well. Hesse. Here. Sefton. Here. Timbers.
Here.
Trithol.
Here.
Wright. Ritchie.
Here. Motion to approve the minutes from the December 9th, 2021 special.
Recording.
That might be great.
And January 20th, 2022 council meeting minutes. I have a motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Anybody from the public have comment on any item on the agenda? All right, moving on to the amendment. No. Moving on to our committee chair reports. I'll start with finance and redevelopment. We will be having our meeting on February 23rd to discuss a handful of things moving forward for the year 2022. Moving on to safety, Councilman Tosco.
We are gonna have a meeting, 2/15/2022, at 1800.
All right. Councilman Dash.
Nothing to report.
Councilman Wright, you on for utility?
No, I don't have nothing on me.
Councilwoman Brown, license, ordinance, and school board?
Licenses, ordinances, we had a meeting on Thursday. I'm pretty
Councilwoman
sure
Brown?
Angela. Yes. Can you hear me?
Moving on.
No, wait, hold on, she might be, it might be.
Hold on, you might be muted.
Sorry.
Sorry, we're having technical IT difficulties here.
Okay.
There you go. Now we can hear you. So if you can start from the beginning, we apologize.
I have nothing to report on school board. Ordinance, we had a meeting on Thursday in regard to the landlord responsibility ordinance we're trying to get in place. I'm sure Angela will go more in depth about that in her report. And that's about it.
Thank you. Councilman Wright, were you on? Are you on? All right. Councilman Timbers, land use or Aaron Huffin?
Nothing to report at this time.
Thank you. And Meg, anything with you?
I'll just let Jackie say what we were asked to talk about tonight.
The code enforcement office asked if we could make an announcement that during these storms we have in the winter, if we can remind the residents and the business owners to make sure their front walkways, sidewalks are clear of snow. They have like an 8-hour window. So
8-hour window from.
according to our ordinance, it's 8 hours from, I guess.
A snow event.
End of
Or
snow.
a weather event.
End of snowfall, I believe.
Yeah, probably. That's what it is.
All right, no problem. If just to repeat, if no one heard it, code has asked for all public to simply maintain their sidewalks in the event of any snowstorms or major disasters within 8 hours at the event.
If you want.
There is an ordinance that you can look up online on code E360. Is that what it's
I think
called?
I saw it's on our
I
website.
think I posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, and it's also on social media.
I did have one more thing, I'm sorry. I did get we do it every year, it just came in today, and I just wanted to get it, done. It was the aerial mosquito control agreement. We do a resolution every year that the county can spray as needed in our town. We've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Which is asking we can pass a resolution to approve, authorize them to spray for mosquitoes and to do the mosquito work in Egg City.
Any opposition or comment to that? If not, may I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Second? Councilwoman Hessing's the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's all, thank you.
Thank you. Chief?
All right, hello, everyone. It's been kind of a short month in between our last meeting, but we've had quite a bit going on. A few things, our calls for service have been down a little bit. We're at 721 as opposed to our like 1100 for the last period. Some of the things are a little bit more serious. We've had 4 burglaries, 2 fraud reports, 1 aggravated assault, 1 stolen motor vehicle that was recovered, and 11 thefts. One of the things that I would like to remind everybody about is to make sure that you are locking your vehicles. Last night while on patrol, Lieutenant Perna observed 2 males lingering by a vehicle. He performed a pedestrian stop and determined neither male was registered owner of the vehicle. He subsequently arrested one on an unrelated warrant, but we have gotten reports and Ring doorbell footage of some people walking around checking door handles. So we just would like for you guys to please make sure that you are locking your vehicles and not having anything valuable in there. And if anybody does have any video of anyone lingering or pulling door handles, please let us know so that we can go ahead and do some targeted enforcement. We had 13 motor vehicle accidents. Many of those accidents were in relation to the snow or the icy roads the other morning. 41 traffic stops, which is lower than our usual number. Again, with the inclement weather, we weren't out hammering people with tickets. We were just trying to make sure that people could get where they needed to be safely. We had 20 summonses issued, 5 arrests. Other incidents, we had a total of 11 alarms, both business and residential, 89 crime prevention activities, 3 criminal mischief calls, 3 domestics, 29 EMS incidents, 1 firearms ID, 14 follow-up calls, which we've had to do a little bit of investigating, a little bit more in-depth investigations for a few of our recent cases, 323 property checks, and 11 public service calls. Another reason why our numbers are down a little bit, we had 1 officer complete a 4-day Alcatest operator training, 1 officer completed a 5-day HGN standard field sobriety test training, 3 officers completed their Alcatest refresher trainings, and 1 officer completed a 3-day ICAT ABLE training. These are all trainings that we have to have and they're mandated, but unfortunately, when we have to attend them, it reduces our numbers of people that are patrolling. In-house trainings, one thing that we wanted to go over is a mandate from the Attorney General. It's called Handle with Care. And just explain a little bit about it, and so that the public knows as well. Oftentimes when we respond out to any kind of traumatic events or events that can be called adverse childhood experiences, we will ask questions about the children who are there, because we like to notify the school. We are mandated to notify the schools so that if children are withdrawn or acting out, the school knows that there is something else going on. It actually started in Kootenai County. I believe one of the chiefs of police started there years ago, and in 2020 it was mandated as a statewide program that we do. So we did an in-house training on that. Some good news stuff that we've done. We were at Rittenberg Manor yesterday. Chef Andre does his community feeding tour. He has gone out to multiple agencies, police departments. He did a first responder event a few weeks ago. But you will see him out at Lincoln Park when the weather's warmer and providing quarts of chicken and potatoes to whoever comes along and wants one. And recently we've moved over to Rittenberg Manor to avoid the cold a little bit. We've had 2 Coalition for Safe Community meetings regarding community resources, and everybody in Atlantic County who's a member of the coalition, we will be working on a working document so that people who need resources have a centralized place to go and a document that has updated information. And Cedar Creek High School was nice enough to host an appreciation luncheon for the police department. The Teachers Association did that. That was on February 4th. It was really great. We got to sit in the library, interact with a lot of the students and the teachers. So that was a lot of fun and the food was really great. I have to commend the Cedar Creek Culinary Program because they're the ones who did a lot of the cooking. They have a really great loaded baked potato soup. Revisiting some issues from the previous meeting, we had 14 days of school over since last council meeting, and during that time we've done 12 traffic enforcement details on San Francisco and Havana, on Berger, Beethoven Camp, and Claudia Streets to continue to address the speeding, the not stopping at stop signs in the morning hours specifically where there's school drop off. As you all know, we had really bad weather, but we did coordinate with I was very happy with the continued coordination between the Greater Culver School District and Culver City Public School District. They did contact the police to get the report on what the roads were like. You know, it wasn't just okay, we're just going to go ahead and send everybody out. So the continued collaboration, and I am very happy with the way that the people here in the city pulled together. We met on the day before this storm with Public Works, the fire chief, OEM, and the PD to determine what it is that we needed to do and how we could help each other out. I would like to commend some of our officers. They did wind up staying at the police department as opposed to driving home because they wanted to make sure that they could be here and serve the people during the snowstorm. So they wound up sleeping in the PD, which I didn't know about until afterwards because I at least had brought them a blow-up mattress. There was a search warrant executed in the Philadelphia Village. Culver City Police assisted the New Jersey State Police. In doing that, it was simultaneous with 2 other search warrants in Hamilton and Galloway townships. The search here yielded a weapon and a small amount of CBS. And lastly, on a sad note, I would, on behalf of the Culver City Police Department, like to extend condolences to the Hadley family. Steve worked as a police officer way back when for our department and currently works in code. And Donna, his wife, would frequently feed us in the PD. So from all of us, we are very sorry for your loss, Steve. Any questions?
Have we advertised the law enforcement entry exam?
I don't know if we advertise that. I can put that up on the website, on our Facebook page. I know the closing date is the 28th.
Yeah. And possibly reach out to Cedar Creek to graduating class maybe.
Absolutely, we can do that. I will email Scott Parker tomorrow.
Okay.
And Karen Cavalier or Jordan ex-Catholic, she's the head of guidance. So
That's all.
yes,
I have a question. Did you ever connect the rings or the residential cameras at all with the police station?
no, we actually had discussed that right before COVID with the neighborhood watch to get the neighborhood watch to assist in doing that. I know that Sheriff Scheffler has a program where they do link the Ring doorbells. It's all voluntary, of course. I can reach out to him and maybe with the neighborhood watch, if we can continue that, that's something that is would be helpful. I do have to say that most residents, when we ask, they are not deputized detectives because they will search and look through their cameras and send stuff. So we are very appreciative.
So you're saying it's easier for them to be able to do it?
Oh,
and
yeah.
not close by.
Oh, yes. I mean,
So it would be a kind of a moot point to have them, do you think it would be worth it?
well, I don't know that having access to people's Ring cameras is necessarily something that we want to even broach just because of privacy issues, you know.
I don't necessarily mean access to it, just to know who has them in the area, so you can kind of go right to it if something happens in that area.
Yeah, we can look into that.
That's all.
Yeah, it's one of those things as well where if we have to respond out, we do always take a look at the doors and, you know.
Oh,
start
so you
knocking
just
and-
know, just that.
Yeah, and they'll see our faces in their doorbells.
There's also on the Ring, there's a neighborhood that's connected. There's, if you go on there, I know the chief's seen it before when we were talking, you'll see little dots all around the areas of who's on. that network. It's a neighborhood network.
Oh, so you can actually see, oh, I
Yeah.
see. I thought you meant something else. I forget the company, but yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah.
there's points of.
And believe it or not, there are a lot of people, hey, you get an alert, something happened, somebody got in my car,
Yeah. I see
probably
that
before
myself.
they get the 911 call.
Yes, yes, indeed. Indeed. So that's right.
Anybody have anything else for the chief?
Have you heard anything else? A few months ago, when we talked about PAL coming here, has anything been said
They're
or
coming.
anything?
Did you say PAL?
Yeah,
They're coming the 24th meeting.
okay, great.
I think that the meeting they had that with Hector Tavares, I believe it is, he was available on February 24th. At that meeting, he'll come.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, I do have a question for the city clerk and also the chief. With the snowstorms, did we turn in the figures for the county so we can probably try to get some of our money back that was spent for overtime and all that?
That would be CFO.
Or, yeah.
I sent it to the county and asked for that
Awesome.
for the PDA. Yep, all done.
Anybody else?
Thank you.
Thanks, chief.
And you got it.
Jody, you're up.
If you'd like, I'll sell it as.
Yeah.
Okay, you can give it to me.
No.
Comments.
Nothing additional.
Nothing. City clerk, Meg.
I think I gave my, I don't know how I gave my report earlier.
All right,
Oh, I'm jumping on it.
all good. Angela.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So for your consideration, number 16 is the resolution authorizing another public auction of the foreclosed properties. That takes care of all the foreclosed properties. Once we get that done for 2017, 28. And I got the values from George Frick, minimum bids, so they'll be in there as well.
Just to be clear, when you say minimum bid reserve,
Yes, well, I call it a minimum bid.
I know, just some education.
And number 26 is an introduction of a flood ordinance. The flood ordinance was mandated by the state for all municipalities and basically takes care of three things that we had to do. It takes care of the floodplain administrator, who will be the city engineer. It takes care of the flood sites with a little map inside the ordinance. And it takes care that the municipality has the documents in place in the clerk's office if anyone cares to see them. And then Councilwoman Brown talked about the landlord responsibility and registration ordinance, which I'm preparing at the request of the committee. And the ordinance will be in two parts. We're going to have a landlord responsibility section, which gives penalties if the landlords aren't responsible for their units. And we're also going to have a registration component for every unit that's not owner occupied, because there is an exemption for owner occupied 1 and 2 unit properties. So it's going to be pretty extensive. Hopefully it covers as many bases as we can cover to get the properties registered. There is an inspection component, but it doesn't replace the certificate of occupancy. It kind of supplements it. And also it doesn't replace the ordinance we already have in place for when there's a vacation or a sale. By vacation, I mean you get a new tenant or a sale of a property, you still have to have your property inspected. So I'm hoping that with this ordinance and the one we already have and the landlord responsibility, that people will, one, take care of their properties more. 2, let us know who's in the properties, give us contact information in case something happens, the police have to go out. And 3, give us information on who the agents are. I think that's an important component of any report. And so hopefully that'll be in place either next time or the next meeting after that. The committee's reviewing it now.
Is this the short-term rentals as
No,
well
this
will
is-
be addressed?
no,
No?
no.
Okay.
This is
Just-
straight up
Okay.
landlord responsibility for units. Okay, this takes care of hopefully some of the concerns that the public had last year about trash and people coming in and noises and parties. And so we're going to try to address and rectify as many issues as we can. And that's all I have right now, unless anybody has any questions.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, unfortunately, our city engineer, Mr. McGowan, is not present tonight, so we will not have a report from him. All right, so moving on to resolutions.
No, motions to approve.
Yeah, motion. So number 13, motion to approve the conduct derby at Harbor City Lake, March 4th through 6th, 2022. It's rescheduled from January 7th through 9th due to the weather. The 50th Bike-a-thon Bridge to the Beach, scheduled for June 12th, 2022. And the 35th annual The Bend to the Shore Bike Tours, July 24th, 2022. May I have a motion to move?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, moving on to 14, resolution, person-to-person liquor license, transfer Joshi Liquor to Shore Beverage Incorporated, 1225 White Horse Pike. If there's no questions or comments, may I have a motion? Second,
Second.
roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol.
Yes.
I'm just gonna check and see if Wright's on there. Wright,
Yes.
Richie,
Yes. Number 15, a resolution amendment extending the term of agreement between County of Atlantic and the City of Egg Harbor regarding the installation and maintenance of flashing signal at the Egg Harbor City Fire Department. If there's no questions or comments,
That's new.
so delayed project.
It's new though.
what was that?
That's new.
It's not new. It was
The
authorized in
installation.
2019, but COVID came
Yeah, but
on.
no, it's, they haven't put it up yet.
Oh, no, yeah, they
Correct,
haven't
yeah,
done it.
the installation and
We need to extend the time.
Oh, okay. Big motion.
all right, second,
Second.
roll call.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 16, a resolution of city solicitor just spoke on authorizing the public auction of foreclosed properties. If there's no questions or comments, can I have a motion? Second. Second. Roll call.
Second.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 17 is a resolution to authorize the institution of an in-rem tax foreclosure. If there's no questions or comments, may I have a motion? Second,
Second.
roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 18 is a resolution for refund of overpayment of fourth quarter property taxes. A refund in the amount of $1139.09 be issued to MP2 Homes LLC. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 19 is a budget appropriation reserve for transfers. Any questions or comments? If not, may I have a motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 20 is a resolution for the year 2022 authorizing the state contract purchasing. May I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 21 is a resolution to extend the family's first coronavirus response act. We first extended it from December 31st of 2020 to March 31st of 2021, and now voluntarily extending it through June 30th of 2022. May I have a motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Brown,
Yes.
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Richie.
Yes. Number 22 is a resolution to support the application for the Sustainable Jersey Grant funded by the Public Service Enterprise Group, better known as PSEG. May I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Number 23 is a resolution waive zoning application fee for the Egg Harbor City Board of Education for installing a fence at the Egg Harbor City Community School. It is in the request of a $50 waiver.
So. Second.
Roll call, please.
Brown. Brown. Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Ritchie,
Yes.
Brown,
yes,
All right, moving on to 24 is a resolution to adopt the Atlantic County FEMA Hazard Mitigation Plan. If there's no questions or comments, may I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Brown. Brown,
yes,
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Ritchie.
Yes. Number 25 is a resolution to participate in Hunterdon County Education Services Commission, better known as ESC Cooperative Purchasing Agreement. May I have a motion if there's no questions or comments?
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm not familiar with that. Somebody could you explain?
I think it's yours.
Yeah,
Jody.
Jody, you would like to explain?
It's on number 21.
5.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That is, oh, did I want to purchase something? Oh, the sign that they want to purchase for the fire department outside, the electric sign.
I'm
It's for
sorry,
a
what is it?
purchasing co-op for the sign for the,
It's outside the fire
LED.
department, it's just a sign.
Take a mark.
like the LED, like those LED, like, you know, the large signs that they want to put out. So the company that has it has a, co-op through Hunterdon County, so that just allows us to participate in it.
What does the sign, I'm just curious what it is.
It's like, you know, those electric signs that like have like information about things that are
Oh,
going
just
on.
any, it just changes?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you know, like the one,
I was
like,
wondering what it
the
was saying.
information or something, yeah, it'll be, most likely it should be done through the NPP grant.
Okay, and that'll be across from the fire department?
The original, I don't know that it's been finalized, the
Okay.
original idea was, I know it was supposed to be over 30, but I think now that, I don't know if they're gonna do 2, but I think the fire department definitely wants one also in front, so I think the current plan is to put it in front of the fire
Okay,
department.
great.
Because this has been an ongoing thing with the MPP for a sign for the city.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
knew,
And since,
something,
the
I thought
grant,
it was just done, I didn't know.
No,
No,
it's
it's
guideline.
COVID put a kibosh on it.
yeah, well, there was a holdup for a while with, Pinelands, because New Jersey Transit wouldn't approve the sign, because Pinelands had to like approve it first, but we thought we were exempt from Pinelands having those.
And on the corner
Yeah,
and
exactly.
setbacks.
So I think once they got the NPP district extended to now include the, that block, now they can put it there.
Thank you.
Sorry, I apologize.
All right, we were at a motion,
Motion.
second,
Second.
and a roll call.
Brown,
yes,
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton,
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Ritchie.
Yes. And number 26 is the introduction of the first ordinance of 2022, referring back to what Angela has spoken about with the flood ordinance. If there's no questions or comments, may I have a motion to introduce?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
May I also have a motion to advertise the notice of introduction in the Hamilton Gazette on February 16, 2022 for a public hearing on the 24th of February.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And the bill list, if there's no questions or any comments with the bill list, I have a motion to pay the bills.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
Brown,
yes,
Dash,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Sefton.
Yes.
Timbers,
Yes.
Trithol,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Ritchie.
Yes. All right, I'd like to open up to council now for any last comments. I'll start with Councilwoman Sefton.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Councilwoman Brown,
I would just like to say thank you to our police department, our public works department, and also our private citizens. I'm so proud to see them come together and use their own personal time and their own personal tools to help us clear the streets. It's something that I never saw, and I think it's just awesome. So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Thank you. Councilman Dash.
Also condolences to the Hadley family. And a thank you to Egg Harbor City Police Department and the Public Works as well. The morning of the last blizzard we had, you guys did a great job getting the roads opened up. I was out plowing with you guys down in Atlantic City. So I know what a challenge it was moving that snow all day long. So great job, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Councilman Tricol.
Condolences to the Hadley family. I know I worked it in Councilman Ritchie worked the big snowstorm coming home. So I can drive down my street. Thank you very much. And also seeing cops on the street when it's still snow. So fantastic job to both departments. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Councilman Timbers.
I'd like to say condolences to Hatton family, and also I'd like to thank Public Works. Without you guys, I'm gonna be able to get off my block. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. Councilman Wright.
I have nothing.
Thank you. Councilwoman Essie.
I would like to extend my condolences as well to the Hadley family. And again, my street was cleared and you guys were really, really on top of things. Thank you once again to Public Works. And I'd like to say something regarding the Sustainable Egg Harbor City meeting. I was at the last Sustainable Egg Harbor City meeting, and I am going to report on it. And it was held via Zoom January 25th. The Net Gallery discussed 2 funded projects, labeling trees in the Lincoln Park and tree planting along the streets. She is looking to coordinate with Remington and Vernon regarding tree identification in the street tree project. She is also in the process of finding a vendor to make signs for Lincoln Park. 2 grant application actions were discussed. $10,000 PSE grant, which can be used to make changes to the Egg Harbor City website, email notifications for council meetings, set up rules for public comment. One example given was a 3-minute time limit. The second grant is a $25,000 New Jersey Clean Energy Grant, which can be used for LED streetlights. Also discussed were incomplete actions needed to be taken in 2022. Items discussed were anti-idling education and enforcement, bicycle and pedestrian improvement projects, community education and outreach, community gardens. The incomplete planned actions were Pet Parenting 101, municipal energy incentives, mayor wellness campaign. Next, the mayor briefly discussed her strategic plan. Then Dick Colby spoke about community solar. Lastly, Steve Fiedler spoke about reduce and reuse toolkits for businesses. I would like to add, if you haven't seen Friends Along the Mullica, Steve Fiedler and his team put a lot of time into researching and filming this video. I believe it's a must-see for everyone who lives in the area. If you're interested, it can be viewed on YouTube. The next Sustainable Egg Harbor City meeting will be February 26th at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you. So moving forward, just so everyone knows, Councilwoman Hesse is now our liaison for Sustainable Egg Harbor City. So come next meeting and thereafter for every meeting, I will add her to the council committee reports to give her a report for Sustainable Egg Harbor City. Thank you for stepping up and taking that lead on that. We all greatly appreciate it. So before I go to public comment, I'd just like to say a couple things. Yes, condolences to the Hadley family. It's a sad thing. And my condolences from both myself and my family who work close with the Hadleys are sent to you. Keith, if you ever say anything about snow again.
It's really coming back this year.
But regarding that, Keith, you guys did a hell of a job. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And like I said last meeting, I'll continue to say it every meeting, it's truly the shadow of a leader with you. You get out there and get in the grind, they follow in your shadow. Keep up the good work, man. All right, Chief, same to you with the police department. Your men and women, outstanding job out there. we thank you. We thank them. Please send our thanks to them personally. Same with our fire department. Chief, Kinsley, you guys did a great job with everything that you had to take care of during these snowstorms, and we greatly appreciate it, along with, Mr. Adi and OEM. So with that, I would like to open it up to, public comment. If anyone from the public has any comments. No one from the public has any comments, may I have a motion, to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Second, aye.
Thank you all, and we'll see you all on February 24th.
No, no,